Hello, friends. Friday night. And, some of you may not even have known that it was Friday today because when one day runs into the next, runs into the next, runs into the next, the weekend kind of gets lost a little. Or it can happen. But I was mindful today. And I started my day off really well. Very grounded, centered, made sure just to take that moment to breathe in fresh air and prepare for setting a foundation for the day. And so I feel like that was better today and improved from my sort of franticness around I'm doing it, but I don't know why I'm doing it. And I think I'm doing it because I feel I have to, and shifting that to I'm doing this because I want to, because there's a desire that's in me. And I've always ran to that place of I just don't have time. I just don't have time. Like putting it off and putting it off and getting that antsy feeling while I was doing it. And that included yesterday's reading when I was, writing. Last night I could hardly read my writing, and I was like, all right, so why am I rushing? Why do we rush? And then I heard somebody today say, that they were sort of keeping that same pace that they were outside where work and, all the appointments and everything else that they needed to keep, blah, 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 that sort of intensity that happens out there and doesn't necessarily happen at home. There's things that, of course, need to be done in a day, but, I read one of my friend's posts today that just said, being is enough. And I think somewhere along the way, some of us have made up that unless we're doing something that we don't have worth. Those are the thoughts that I'm visiting at this point in time throughout my day. And I don't know if you're feeling similar to me, but if you are, just be curious and explore that stuff. My first card that I put today in a really grounded and centered place was Green Man's Door, portals of the fairy. And some things that stuck out to me in that reading that sort of resonated with me were what you're about to learn is a great secret. You learned of these times when you were little, when you had time on your own, amongst nature. We fairies showed you the door and told you when the door would open, to stay aware. You too will connect with the powers of this earth and beyond her. You will connect strongly with your fairy self. You will be in tune with magic, and by doing so, you will notice addictive relationships, compulsions to eat, partake of alcohol, and foods that are not in tune with your magical etheric self will fall away. And I can't say that this week has been easy for me around food, because giving up sugar is foreign and distant away. It's not that I've never done it before or anything, but I'm in the process of learning how to live differently. And so I'm giving myself, the grace that I need, and reminding myself that I'm always at choice and I am accountable to those things that I put in my mouth. So that's a great reminder, because otherwise right now I'd be freaking out and just shoving stuff in, because I'd be on that, anxiety mode of, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. I can't control this. And when I start my day from a centered and calm and connected place, a lot less of that occurs, because I'm coming from a groundedness. Otherwise, I'm in frantic mode the minute I wake up. So if I set a foundation for myself to wake up, and I make sure that I get into my body and really, take those deep breaths and allow myself to feel. These doorways, once walked through, can assist you in detaching from harmful thoughts and behaviors. Walking through these doorways heals. Agreed. You're about to pass through a doorway of time. Thus you will have access to other realities. To do so will bring healing, change, and powerful magics into your current reality. Prepare for deep, beautiful, abiding change. Thinking you may be unworthy to thus, and saying to yourself, perhaps later, perhaps another time, perhaps when I am wiser, better, when I have studied more. And 'tis time to turn off electrical lights and wander in the twilight to find your magic again. I think so many of us sort of have put off this I'm important thing and tried to make absolutely everything else in life so important and take precedent. And well, I mean, I know that's my truth. I can only speak from my truth. And if you resonate with that, great. I'm happy to share that with you. And I just remain in curiosity about how I operate, my reactions, my inactions, how I treat people, how I'm treating myself. There's a lot of time to think about it, and certainly there's a lot of time to engage in those feelings. Today, again, I picked Silver Sisters, protection from toxic energy. And, that to me really spoke to the fact that it isn't necessarily any one person or a number of people or just people in general. It's the entire frenzy that happens in the things that are being posted. Like I started watching a couple weeks ago conspiracy theories, and then I started watching some things about COVID-19 and conspiracy theories, and I watched some stuff about implants, and anyway, I fell down a rabbit hole that didn't feel good in my body. It made me more antsy, it made me more agitated, it made me more worried about everything. And then I watched a few videos that restored my faith, that helped me breathe deeply into my body and understand that this transition, this point in time that we're experiencing right now, is unprecedented. And that if we connect to our higher self through our pineal gland and through our crown chakra and clear the energies that have been blocking us, then we'll be connected to source and we'll move into a different era. We are in the midst of change, and change is going with the flow. What I read in this card in particular that I can share with you is, tis an indication it is time for you to clear, ground, balance, and protect. They are to warn you of energetic attacks through the form of harmful words and thoughts. This a call to understand that these things have malice and impact, even if we don't take necessary steps, even if we do not need to take necessary steps to clear, ground, balance, and protect ourselves each day. It can have an impact if our energetic health is not at peak condition. So thank those nasty ones for the reminder to keep ourselves well. You are being asked to create more energetic protection in your life. It's time for you to be more mindful of your own words and to clear negative thoughts from your mind and your heart. Make your own environment, your own energy field strong, bright, healthy, and powerful. Harmful energies may be felt deeply by you the moment they may have penetrated your own energy field, leading to deep sadness, ill temper, fearful feelings, and a belief in your own unworthiness. Give thanks for this insight. It is vital for you to learn what is your stuff and what has nothing to do with you. And that's not always easy to do, particularly when I'm down the rabbit hole and I'm, 12 feet down and I'm spinning and spinning. And that whole anxiety thing is going on in my body and I'm tense and everything's tense around me. But I'm getting better on a daily practice as soon as I, remind myself to set myself the foundation in the morning, make sure that I deeply breathe. And I tell you, it is something that I have to keep reminding myself of, which seems crazy to me. We need to breathe to live, but I keep finding myself in that tightened body state, and it's my job at this point in time to recognize those moments and to be really, really aware of them and make sure that I breathe myself back into my body. It is time to approach your energy work in a disciplined way each day until it becomes second nature. Trust your instinct, your ability to discern what is truly taking place. Clear, ground, balance, and protect yourself. Not understanding or denying the impact of those harmful words, thoughts, behaviors, energetic protection, and disciplines in a place to cope with energy you are currently experiencing. You are truly a perfect, innocent, and loving child of all. We all are, which is so great, stepping into all of who you are. And those are the icky parts too, or the things that we deem as icky. The truth is nothing is anything until we judge it to be, until we put it in a category. And the truth is, it's neutral until I give it meaning. And so at this point in time, those places that I have considered icky, that I don't really like about myself, that I'd like to go away, I'm just lovingly accepting them as all of who I am. I'm worthy of love, and so are you. Make a commitment not to read gossip or watch harmful programs. Right there, it says it right there. And it's something that I'm already aware of, but until I'm actually ready to make a change around that, then nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes, says my friend Juanita Beal all the time. Thanks for that. My third card is called Follow Me. Come, this is your invitation to enter the realm of fairy. Fairies to me remind me of my childhood and innocence and playing in nature and being outside for hours and hours and hours and hours and using our imagination and playing house and, doing all the things that we always wanted life to be when we could just be in that creative, absolute creative mode. And I see it so much. I see it in the couple of groups that I belong to around Hearts Around the World and Hearts in the Window, where the hearts are reaching further and further and further distances, and people are bringing joy and faith and humanity to each other and creativity out. Just mind-blowing creativity. And when I see it, I weep, because I just think to myself, that person's energetically plugged into what we're doing here, which is spreading the love and raising the vibration on the planet and within ourselves. But the place where we need to start, the place where we need to do the work is right here, right here. So follow me. It's a fairy queen beckons you forward, a golden thread that draws you gently forward. This entry will eradicate pain and ease your heartache. Her hands flow energetic magic. She has the fairy's healer touch. Come forward into the realm where healing and beauty and joy are omnipresent. The energy of the earth, the magical energy of the electromagnetic sea and sky and field and flower radiates from her. She is healing and transforming the world. She's healing and transforming the world. See yourself now anew and glow as she does. She is about to share her knowledge, and you are ready. We are ready. Experiencing rapid opening. You can see clearly. Increase your gift. Healing powers increase. Beliefs create reality. Knowing creates truth. Connecting to your wild self. An urge to be in nature, to be with flowers and trees and fruits and plants and stones. Is there a strong block? Fear and anxiety regarding living outwardly your intuitive self, speaking your truths. Do you fear rejection if you embrace your spiritual path, or the power you sense you have is somehow unreal? We are powerful beings. We have the power to manifest anything that we believe wholeheartedly and we practice thinking about, moving towards. Do more today of the things that you want to see in the world, and at least a little less of the things that make you in that state and create that state of anxiety. So much love to all of you out there. Thank you for coming to visit me, Fireside. I love talking to you. I love knowing that somebody out there is listening. Send love to the world.